What is up? It is Spaded Bricks today, and we have another video. We're coming out with another banger. We paid $165 for this lot, and as you can see, there is some pretty good stuff. This was mainly off of the app Whatnot, and speaking of Whatnot, you can get a free $15. Yep, free $15. That's basically a cool figure that is pretty expensive for my shop or anyone else on Whatnot. Using that free $15 when you first sign up through the code in my description. Go to my description, sign up to Whatnot through that. There's probably 100,000 or more Lego Whatnot users. There's huge giveaways. I personally don't really run anything, but you can win free UCS Death Stars. There was like 7 given away in 1 week. It was absolutely insane. Best products on there, and you can find some really nice deals and some really nice figures that you don't normally find. Pretty weird stuff. Kind of like the soccer players. You don't really find those on Whatnot. I sell them. You know, so want some soccer players? I'll probably be your guy. Or agents figures. But let's get into this video. We paid $165. Will we leave with profit? Will we not? I got a new bucket for my bad pile, and then my value pile above. Still need a name for it. We'll be above there, but yep. Let's get started, and the first one I see is Dengar. I'm gonna lower everything. Dengar's about a $20 figure. This is the OG one. He's got some swingwear, but he is not cracked, which is really nice to see on that brown. Dengar is pretty cheap. It's just his torso that's worth money. So if you get his torso, you got yourself a pretty nice, easy complete. Here's the green toy soldier. Those sell like hotcakes, but only for like $6 to $7. Here's Darth Vader arm print. Very nice one. I actually don't have Darth Vader's in right now. We got 0. Here is a Dumbledore, and this is a good one. This cape costed me like $6, so the figure one's like $18. Here's another good one. This is the Ferocious Knight CMF, I think. He's got that beautiful arm printing. I didn't even know he had arm printing, to be honest. He's worth about $20. That's a nice find right there. Here's a random figure from Harry Potter that looks like it's a Pirates of the Caribbean figure. That's what I thought when I first saw it. I'm like, dude, this would be a dope Pirates of the Caribbean. And it's like a $6 figure, but its hairpiece is hard to find. Took me a while. Barbosa, nice 25 right there. Here's a Snowtrooper. Snowtroopers are interesting. This one's actually pretty good for some reason. Value-wise, I don't know if he sells well, but he technically does have value. Here's another one with value. His cape is just destroyed, but he is worth something. That torso is worth money. It is indeed. Chima. Shock Trooper, worth more than 10. There you go. Here's a Knight. Those are all like $7. Those cracked, worth like $3. Soccer player, those aren't really worth anything either, but they're pretty cool. Princess, this one might be worth like 8 or 9. It's not one of the crazier ones. Here's a good one. Blackbeard, looking to be complete. There's a common thing with these things to be like broken off or really faded, and they look beautiful in this one. It does have swingwear, but who cares? It's the 2025. Blackbeard's worth like 30-ish. Here's a Parademon. Those are actually pretty good. People like those. They do. Here's an OG Fleet Trooper. Those are nice. I always get those in. $55 Spider-Man, although this one does have some marks to the, back of the head, but otherwise he's very nice. So I'd say about 40 on him, but and it just gets better and better. Kiadi-Mundi, not cracked, so there we go. Love that figure. Surprisingly, this figure is also a pretty good figure, and he has like no swingwear. Wow. Okay, that is pretty fire. This Anakin, he's pretty cool. He's worth like 9 or 8. Kind of same situation as that Princess. $40 Indiana Jones, only if he didn't have back cracks. We'll see what money we can get out of that. $90 Voldemort. His cape is just beautiful. No fraying, especially from... All right, we'll touch him. We'll touch him. I know you guys are probably like, just grab it already. This is a cave troll worth about 100 flats. These basically high-end lot for low. Speaking of high ends, why is there a lightsaber up here? I was just wondering that. Tarkin. Is he cracked? No. That's about a $40 figure. I'm going to grab all these lightsabers. He threw a bunch of lightsabers in. They're cool. People like them. OG Luke. Here's that cracked Bespin guard. Bespin guards are cool. That is actually a pretty good torso to a Gungan soldier. Here's a $20 Anakin. Hopefully not cracked. It is not. Here's Imbo. Also not cracked. Unfortunately, his hat is most of the value and trickiest to find. I actually looked these up earlier. These are Aragorn legs. The brown one. Dark brown. Not bad. Aragorn's good. C-3PO. Flame Trooper. Omega. Omega needs to go up in value, man. And then just 2 random astromechs that aren't worth more than 10. Otherwise, this was a pretty solid lot and a pretty short one. I just had to show you guys the heat that we got in this lot. Here's an overall overview of just everything we got here. Pretty good lot for $165 for sure. Go check out my stores. Go check out, put some pre-bids in on my next 24-hour show. And peace out, guys.